Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Startup Spotlight, where we give you unfiltered conversations while shedding light on the next generation of leaders and trailblazers. And today we have an interesting character, an interesting personality. Most know him as Uncle Curtly. And without further ado, please welcome Uncle Curtly.
Welcome to Connect Zimbabwe. We are revolutionizing business customer connections with our pioneering platform, simplifying how businesses find their audience and how customers discover trusted products. Through our marketplace, we make it so connections flourish. Join us to expand your reach or find specific products.
Uncle Curtly, welcome to Startup Spotlight. It's an honor having you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Taliwa. In fact, I should be saying to you, welcome to my space. You've come through, set up with the Startup Spotlight, and I'm excited that we're having this conversation today. It's been a long time coming.
Definitely, it's been. And without any delays, the people want to know, who is Uncle Curtly? Who is Curtly Gwindi, and how did you come up to this?
Yeah, it's been a long journey. A young man, 27 years of age, born and raised in Zimbabwe, particularly in Mazoe. I come from the Mashonaland Central Province, and came to Harare to find and achieve a dream. And I'm very excited now that I'm slowly manifesting each and everything step by step. I'm definitely not where I want to be, but we're taking the steps, the necessary steps. I am an entrepreneur. I am the captain of a ship that stirs what is a CGC, which is Curtly Gwindi Bookings and Consultancy, which is a firm that stands on advertising, business development, marketing, branding, activations, and the whole 360-degree public relations outfit. So everything that comes with that, I'm very excited that we've been growing over the past couple of years. It's still a baby. It's still 2 years old. I am also a multi-award winning public relations maverick. I've been accredited by boards like the IPRCZ, the Megafest, the Zim CEOs. We've been recognized with regards to the work that we do, and I'm very excited once again to take it as a hobby, but at the same time be someone who's paid to talk. So it's also now a business, yes, and that's also a part of what we do as an outfit. So I'm an internationally acclaimed master of ceremony, facilitator and moderator, as well as individual who is in TV and radio broadcast. Yeah, I think summing me up, that's what I do. How did I come to be about? I can only say it's God. It's been a journey that God has blessed, and I'm very privileged once again to be sharing the journey with you here at Startup Spotlight.
Definitely. That's quite interesting, knowing that you are a public figure. How has that helped you in your entrepreneurial journey? And would you say the connections that you built using the career as a public person or public relations has helped you in building your company as an entrepreneur?
Oh, yes, definitely. I think how the idea came about, it was a very typical case in point where, there was always the offering now of, you are on this platform, you're doing this, you're doing that. You are a host. I have a show called Trending with Curtly, which is perhaps the most popular of my shows. That is on Good Morning Zimbabwe on ZBC TV every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Economics 101. So many different ways of presenting some of the ideas that I had with regards to my journey and career. But the ultimate question was always, Curtly, you've got all this going on for you, but how best can we support you as an individual and perhaps not the corporation or perhaps not the media houses that I work with? And it came simply to that point where I said, okay, perhaps I should, develop a whole outfit that particularly allows me to boost my brand as well as grow and perhaps, get into the entrepreneurship world. And yeah, that's how it came about, because I've always just been looking for an offering as to how I can be assisted through the different networks, like we said, and people who obviously are pledging to support. So yeah.
Okay. As a follow-up question, there are quite a number of people who are also public figures, so to say.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody who is also a public figure and saying this is not sustainable? In as much as I am a public figure, I'm a celebrity, so to say, but I have nothing to show for it. Was your drive to become an entrepreneur driven by that same idea, or it was a natural passion to say, I think, let me just try entrepreneurship because that's what I want?
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of people, have nothing to show for fame. Fame, sometimes without fortune, is dead. It's the same way they say faith without works is dead. So I would equally believe that one has a role to play with regards to managing their fame, knowing how to monetize their fame, how to work around, also not losing their fame through misdemeanors. So there's always like very different methods to the madness. But when it does then come around to, the second part of your question was, how best can someone also leverage, if I got it correctly, can someone leverage that? Sometimes it's a gift. It's either you have it or you don't. So, there's some people who are good at making a name. There's so many names that have gone down in history as just people who had the name but perhaps had nothing to show for it. So you always need to try your best to show for it, because there are expectations that come with being a public figure, like you said, or there are expectations that come with being in the limelight or in the spotlight. Like here on Startup Spotlight.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, taking you further in your career, do you have mentors who you say, had it been this person who has mentored me to where I am, I wouldn't have been here? And how important is mentorship in growing your business and also your career as a public relations manager?
Mentorship is crucial. It's vital. People also have the notion that you if you want to go far, go with others, and that notion is true. If you want to go very near, go by yourself. So essentially, if you have someone who is a backbone or support system within any journey or within any space, you're better off trying your best to be as intentional with regards to having that person around you and also learning from them. But it's always very important to pick the right people. Some people are mentored by the wrong people, or people in the wrong sector, or people in the wrong space, or people who occupy the wrong values and morals. So yes, I did have a mentor. I did have people who supported me. I did have individuals who were critical with regards to my journey and its growth. So quite rightly or quite correctly, I'm grateful for everybody who was a part of that, because equally, they also then get to benefit. They get to grow. They get to learn, even when I'm now in the journey of my growth itself.
Welcome to our firm, where we not only teach the fundamentals of trading, but also execute trades for you. Whether you want to learn the ropes yourself or partner with us through managed trading accounts, we offer you an opportunity to diversify your income, secure your financial future. Join us today and discover the potential of Forex.
And how do you choose your mentors, specifically in the line of industry that you have followed?
So funny, I don't just have one. I've chosen the key parts of my success, or the key parts that can attribute to my success. And if I need to be successful, I need to firstly have a spiritual mentor. I do believe everything is spiritual in life, and in the journey of life, things manifest in spirit first, and then they go ahead and manifest in the in the physical realm. So equally, I would be very wrong not to have a spiritual mentor. I would be very wrong not to have a fitness mentor. I would be very wrong not to have a business mentor. I'd be very wrong not to have, the public speaking and facilitation and the TV and radio broadcast mentor. So there are different ways of now choosing or coming around and saying, no, I need to have this individual. I need to have this particular person in different spaces and sectors. And that will help a long way as well, because when it comes to choosing, you need to know the important or vital parts of what or who you want to become.
And understanding you have quite a number of mentors. How exactly can you help somebody out there who is asking, well, I have these mentors. How exactly do I go about getting them to find something attractive in me to say, they say if you want to be mentored by somebody, you have to offer value to them.
Yeah.
What value can somebody say, I am someone who is starting, I'm not yet popular, but I want a mentor. How then do they go about it? What value can they offer?
That's a very important question. I always say this, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, you'll eventually get a haircut. Okay. Keep knocking on those doors, keep going, be intent. Like I said, the word is intent. Okay. You need to be very intentional regarding how you are going to, be asking and extracting the value. Yes, sometimes you have nothing to offer as a young person, but equally, you should be in a space where, you show the potential or signs of having something to offer. That way, it's going to be very easy for you to then attract the energy that you're looking for in a mentor. Sometimes, yes, it's very difficult. I know when you send the messages, no one replies. When you're calling, they're not answering, or they're even busy tone you. But, when you're looking for all these things, just remember as well that whatever inspiration you're drawing from them, it's also very, very crucial to know that even if you don't have value at that time, you should know how much value they have. And then if you know how much value they have, the amount of effort you put in will also prove that you've identified what kind of person that person is.
Okay. And shifting to your business, what are some of the lessons that you have learned so far in entrepreneurship and growing a consultant company?
Some of the lessons I've learned so far. It's very deep. First and foremost, professionalism is important. You need to be very professional. You need to have a serious, a jacket of professionalism. It'll take you far. Your professionalism is based on the ethics, the morals, the values that you carry as a company first. Be on time. Be on time. Getting to different places late or to meetings late is also showing a lot with regards to the acumen that you have in business. You need to show and prove that you are someone who has the right standing with regards to having credibility in business, reliability in business. All those ethics, morals, and values will go a long way. I know for a fact that I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. In growth, sometimes you throw in investments and you can't expect them to come back overnight. Sometimes you even take losses. But always be a risk taker, either way. Always be a risk taker regardless of how you've navigated or, followed through with regards to your business,
And understanding that your values, your morals, they contribute to how your business is going to be growing. How have you been able to separate the Curtly Gwindi on TV and the Curtly Gwindi doing business? Because I understand these may seem like they intertwine, but they have different requirements altogether.
Yeah, they do. It's been a mammoth task. I'm not going to lie, because you also need to be, you need to forget that you're a superstar. You need to forget that you're a superstar when you're doing business, because when you're doing business, you are literally a servant of your clients. Our clients are at the heart of what we do. Our clients are our bosses. So Tutoriwa Shandi. Tutoriwa Shandira. And either way, I know for a fact that, it's sometimes ego or, perception that you've already made it gets in the way of a lot of people in business, because it's worse now when you're on a public platform such as TV. But I've always been able to humble myself. Humility is key. I play the humble card a lot of times, and it gets me far. So I'll keep playing it. And you easily get into sync and tune with the business world once you are also someone who has shown their credibility. Sometimes it's hard to separate the two. I'm not going to lie, because even the perception of your likeness, just your general appearance on perhaps in a board meeting or in a business engagement, sometimes it then distorts what you have come for. So yeah, it's not easy, but I think I'm doing pretty well with regards to that side of things. Yeah.
And this is somewhat a question that most people find hard to answer.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you do good.
Okay. Let's hear it.
What are some of the things that you wish you knew before you got into business, that you are saying in retrospect, in hindsight?
Yeah.
Had I known this, probably my business or my company would have been a lot better than where I am.
Yeah. The environment we operate is very unique. Where we are operating in, particularly Zimbabwe. I mean, we do have clients all over the world, but Zimbabwe itself just is very different. It's a rare breed, and that in itself then challenges you to be very creative. But I mean, some of the things that I wish I would say, I wish I knew, have a lot to do with structure and systems. Yeah, structure and systems with regards to the whole setup of a business. I didn't, for the life of me, by qualification, I'm actually a philosopher, a linguist, and also I minored in Chinese. So everything I'm now doing is off the rip. Obviously, media and communications, I'm certified there as well. But with regards to actual structures and business administration, those are some of the things that I think I'm actually going to challenge myself to learn more about. And essentially, now, just because of our growth and systematic approach to things, because our team keeps getting bigger and we've allowed ourselves to grow in that regard, we're now having an input of different minds, different individuals. So I'm grateful that has been a key part or component of our growth.
Definitely. And there you have it. He spoke about systems. And the question that I then have for you is, do you have a system for your business right now? And how keen are you on letting other people in? I'll take myself as an example.
Yeah.
The earlier days when I started business, I thought, this is my baby.
Yeah.
I should be managing it.
Yeah.
How are you getting over it as an entrepreneur? Say, I need to. Now I have raised the business to this point. It's now time for somebody else to take over, for it to grow to the next step.
Yeah, I think, like I said, delegation is quite important. I would say I'm very keen on getting someone, to handle it from a CEO point of view.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final and last segment of Startup Spotlight, where we have Uncle Curtly. He has been taking us through his journey and also his interest in business, where he's been telling us how he has been growing it, his keenness in allowing others to come in. By keenness in allowing others, I mean delegation. And now the question that I have for him is, what is it exactly that somebody who is looking to be maybe a presenter or an entrepreneur can do, something that is tangible, that they can actually say, if I follow these steps, I can actually get some tangible results. What are some of those things that we can do? Of course, we know mentorship. Everybody's talking about mentorship. Everybody's talking about reading books.
But we have to be very practical. Yeah. We have to be very practical. I think, putting yourself in a position where you have a sound footing with regards to education is important. That way you're empowered. Whatever happens, you have your own papers to hold. Taking through from there, the world is your oyster. Your talent, your development, your gifts, even your qualification, all that opens doors for you. So equally, like you said, you need practical things. You need to be motivated by whatever it is that you want to do. You asked me two things. You said if you want to be a presenter or an entrepreneur, and then you need to know what you are wanting to do. Yeah, some people go around, beating about the bush about what and where and how. But equally, you need to just have a full grasp of knowledge of what you want to do. That way, you're able to navigate your way. So it's not just going to come through qualifications, it's also going to come through whatever access you will have to more information. They say information is power. So the power comes now by having the natural idea or the natural keenness to want to learn about what you want to do. So I'm very glad that we have young people like yourself who are very motivated, inspired, and know what they want. I'm happy once again that there is also a generation of young people once again who are being as evolving with regards to even bridging gaps, creating new ways to work, working smart and not hard. So but if you want to become a TV presenter, if you want to become an entrepreneur, all those things just need a full grasp of knowledge. And I think the world then becomes your oyster. You need to network as much as you can as well. Networking is very important, and being able to get into rooms and get to know people, and essentially also exchanging manners and ways in which you can communicate and create equal value for each other.
Definitely. And I think the last question, some would say it should have came at the beginning. But the reason why I want to bring it at the end is because I want others, there might be somebody who may be having the same background that you have.
Yeah.
You alluded to that you started in Mazoe.
Yeah.
That's where you came from. And the question is, how did you realize that you want to be in the TV presenting line, or rather in a public sphere, so to say?
I think it was always written, I realized it at a very young age. I used to participate every chance I had in public speaking, in debate, in different opportunities in which I would engage and interact with people on a mass basis. I'm so glad, I'm so happy, I'm so blessed to have been that individual who was given the gift of the gab, as they call it. And that way, a lot of growth has come from it. I would, like I said, I always attribute it to the Lord. The Lord has shined His light through me, and through all the different, steps of my journey, there was always the signs. I became the junior vice president at the youngest ever, actually, at Form 2. That's the junior vice president of the Child Parliament. That was a very key part of my development within the space and the public space, like you said. I then went ahead to be a resident master of ceremony. I think one of the biggest audiences I've ever hosted at the University of Zimbabwe when I was still in college was about 6,000 to 7,000 people. So I got around to speaking on a mass scale at a very gradual in a very gradual process. So I'm glad. I feel blessed to continue as well, to be speaking to millions of people on national television, and the ideas continue to grow. So I do want to continue to be in this space because a lot is coming, and if anyone is watching from wherever they are, whoever they are, like I said, the world is your oyster. You always remember that it can be done. Whatever it is that you are able to think about, you can always do.
Definitely. And there you have it, Uncle Curtly, that this question is coming from. How important has been faith in driving you? And to somebody out there who doesn't believe, what can you tell them about God and how far He has taken you?
To somebody out there who doesn't believe in God, hey, I don't know what to say to you. A lot of blessings have come through my belief in God, so I recommend that you try it. But if someone asks me about faith, like you have, I would say that faith plays a very vital role with regards to knowing what we want to do, which direction we want to take, and how we want to do it. So I'm very grateful once again for even my parents who just exposed me to knowing that there is Christ. And that way we've also just been in a space now where we continue as well to impart the idea of being a true believer and acting as a true believer as well. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Uncle Curtly, for this insightful podcast interview.
Yeah.
And to our viewers, we encourage you to like, share, subscribe, and also make sure that you always follow Uncle Curtly on his Good Morning Zimbabwe. And also, can you tell us a bit about your company, how people can access you?
Okay, I think it's simple. www.curtlygwindi.co.zw. You have access to everything that we're about, and you'll get to know more about what we do at CGC.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Uncle Curtly.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.